Hello all, it's the 24th of February 2018 and you're here with Dan in Essex, UK in the polytunnel. So apparently the beast from the east is going to be here soon, and this refers to some rather cold temperatures that we're going to get, down to around -5 degrees C around here, which is I believe about 23 degrees Fahrenheit, so rather chilly. Although other parts of the world of course get far colder than this much more often, so there we are. But it's at this time of year where which a gardener can sometimes start to feel a bit, get a little bit itchy feet about getting stuff set, because we all think that in, 4 months' time it's going to be June and, summer, etc, etc, and we want to get ready for that. And that's very, understandable, because we want the best crops possible, all the best flowers possible, we all do. But the weather that we're going to be getting has made me think about this, maybe a little bit more than normal, because setting too much right now may indeed not be the right thing to do. But one thing that I sometimes do at this time of year is I like to start doing a lot of preparation about what I'm going to grow. Now, I've spoke about these in the past, and these are Windowsill propagators, and I really rate them. I've used them a lot in the past to a lot of success, and the way that they work, you can see here, look, if I show you all these cells, so there's 4 cells in that one. You can get some of these with 6 cells to a tray, with one of these little trays here, and then that goes in like that, and you can see, all like that. So I think you get the idea, and of course the plastic in which they sit in. And this is particularly good because you're going to get your compost in here like so, and I indeed have some compost down here. And what you do is you just put your compost in. I'll show you. Like this. Now this is multi-purpose compost. Okay, and there you go. And that sits nicely in there like that. So you can imagine all these filled up, and 4 times 5, that's 20. That's 20 cells in here, so the potential of 20 plants. So that's brilliant. And then what you do is you then put your top on like that, and this acts as like a miniature greenhouse, so a little bit of extra warmth, very important this time of year. And then you can put this, generally I wouldn't recommend so much now in a polytunnel or greenhouse, although there are circumstances where which that could be proper, but probably at the moment with the weather we've got coming, generally not now. So what I would do is then take this inside and put this in a windowsill, and as you can see perfectly fits on the average windowsill like that. So that's absolutely brilliant. And one good thing about filling these up, so imagine one of these totally filled up with compost, and then what you can do, you can put the lid on and you can even take it inside without any actual seeds set. Now one might say, why would you want to do that? Well, this compost down here is rather cold. It's generally been sitting outside in someone's garden for a while, receiving all the colder temperatures, or you've recently bought it from a garden centre. You can hear that wind, can't you? From a garden centre, or from a place like B&Q or Home Base, somewhere like that, and it's been outside again. So it's generally rather cold, and by filling one of these up fully and then putting it inside, it enables the compost to warm up, which is generally a much better way to get more reliable germination. So that's good, because of course you can imagine it, if you stick a seed right into cold, wet compost, it's not ideal, and of course it can add to rot of the seed, and you want to generally make sure that your compost is a little bit on the warm side before you set. Now, here's what I'm going to show you, the things that I intend to maybe have a go at growing this year. So, we'll start off with sweet peas. Now, as the majority of the viewers of my channel will know, I'm generally not one for growing flowers, etc, etc, but I intend to change that because I want to learn more about flowers myself, and I believe it will might make my channel appeal to more people if it diversifies a little bit. So sweet peas, variety Singing the Blues, and these came from, well, Mr. Fothergill's, as you could see, and 25 seeds in here, and these can be set now. So I might even put them in today, who knows. Let's see what else we've got. dropping that on there. Perpetual spinach, great thing to grow because it is indeed, as you say, perpetual and cold hardy as well. What else am I going to have a go? Now, cucumber market more. I've grown these before, very prolific and low maintenance. All I did was literally grew the plants in here, put them down the allotment, and I was rewarded in late summer with some amazing cucumbers. Check out some of my allotment videos from last year. And a bit more on these. You don't have to grow these up canes, although you can if you want, but for low maintenance, etc., I let them trail all over the floor. Blimey. And they did really well. Tumbling toms. Now, with regard to tumbling toms, you don't have to pinch them out generally. You can leave them and they will grow over things like pots and hanging baskets. So they're a great thing to have a go at. They'll grow in containers, as I said, such as hanging baskets. And what I want to do is do a little series on container growing, because I know that many of you out there don't have that much space, if indeed no space at all, but you'd still like to have a go. So tumbling toms is going to be part of that project. Runner beans, best of all. Never tried this variety before, but 35 seeds in here for £1. Didn't seem too bad to me. These came from, I believe it was Pound Stretcher. Bought lots of seeds from there last year and they did very well. We've got more runner beans, same variety. Now, climbing French beans, Blue Lake. Done very well with them, and 80 seeds for £1, not bad. Zucchini courgettes. Moneymaker, very traditional tomato and very good indeed. Grow well, pinched them out, nice sized plants and very tasty as well. Gardener's delight, absolutely great tomato to grow. Almost, I won't say grape-like, but a very nice sweety, soury taste, and I love these. I can literally just eat them like you would grapes, and I really love them very much indeed. Now this is a new one. Broccoli, 60 days, because apparently broccoli-like tender shoots produced on dwarf plants. So that's what I want to have a go. Never grown this before, but a bit of variety. What else have we got? This is part of the container project to come. Courgette Midnight F1, small and compact plants, ideal for growing in, doesn't say that, but it's got a picture here of one growing in a container. So this is one I'm going to be having a go at. If you're interested in container growing, over the next sort of few weeks, etc., try and source yourself maybe some growing medium and some containers as well. They don't have to be anything pretty, you know, whatever. Any containers you can get hold of, something like this, look, and these. You know, make sure they've got holes in the bottom for drainage, but try and get hold of some containers if you're interested. And when I say growing medium, what I mean is, I think you can see it, something like that, look. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that it's the most cost-effective way of doing this, because of course it generally isn't. It's good to try to produce your own quality vegetable growing compost, but if you've got no other choice, you may consider purchasing something like this, and that's why I bought this, in order to show you guys just how to maybe get going with growing in containers or something like that. So all sorts of things happening. And looking at this peach tree down here, blimey, look at that. Won't be long now till this this bursts. Of course, shouldn't be too bad in here. Should offer a degree of frost protection, I'm glad to say. Okay, so what else have we got? All green bush courgettes, need no explanation. Great variety, does really well whenever I've grown them. Swiss Chard, spoke a lot about Swiss Chard, prolific, keeps coming back, great tasting. I love it with apple cider vinegar. Just a great all-round vegetable and low maintenance. What else have we got? Leek musselba, spoke a lot about leeks. I've got a video how to grow leeks if you're interested, but musselba leeks, great traditional variety again, and I've done very well with these in the past. So there you have it. So you can see that I myself am getting itchy feet, but I am refraining if that's the correct term, from just going out there crazy and setting right now. But what I might do, or what I'm going to do, is fill up all of these windowsill propagators with soil, with compost rather, and I'm going to take them inside and warm it up a little bit, and I might consider setting some sweet peas, you know, over the next few days once it's warmed up a bit with regards to the compost, and I might consider setting some brassicas as well. So keep busy and keep trying, and it won't be long now till we can get going.